Coppinger's going to take it right foot to Coppinger. Oh! Doncaster Rovers have done it.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Chan here for Forever Football DRFC, your Doncaster Rovers fan channel, and welcome to another January Transfer Live, bringing you the latest news and updates from Doncaster Rovers Football Club. And of course from the wider world as well. We do have some transfer stories to share with you in this video, a couple from League One, a couple from League Two. We're also going to talk about Doncaster Rovers as well, because we've got some very interesting updates there as well, including one from the lower tiers, which is all about the transfer business going on at the moment, and possibly what could be happening this week. So let's like the stream if you loved it. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe if you're new around here. I have put the StreamYard link in the chat already. I'm gonna put it in again, so you guys can come on and have your say. Oh, why did I put a V in there? I've got no idea why. But there's StreamYard link again. Hope they sign 3 superstars, or it's a hammering at Lincoln. Absolutely. Hello to Cheltenham Fan 2005 York. What's the latest from your insider on the Tom Anderson bid? Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing well. But there we go. So first of all, we're going to go to Twitter with the lower tiers and what they have tweeted out in the past hour or so. From Doncaster Rovers, and it goes simply like this. Doncaster Rovers are set to make 3 signings this week. This is coming from an insider that knows the lower tiers. They can't reveal the source's name, but the lower tiers is reporting on Twitter that Doncaster Rovers is set to make 3 signings this week. And to go along with that, they've actually retweeted that in the last couple of hours and said Portsmouth manager Danny Cowley has mentioned that the exit of an unnamed player is on the cards. With Doncaster bringing in 3 players this week, could John Marquise be one of them? Now, obviously, we would love to believe it is. I'd like John Marquise to be here. I'd love Marquise to come back, but realistically, I think we are going to be priced out of this deal. I think it was known from the beginning that we sort of had that indication that we were going to be, priced out of the deal. Downing a bit more realistic than Marquise, but still, I think it's still too expensive for who we're aiming for. Jermaine Hilton has cancelled his contract by mutual termination with Newport County, so he's a striker as well. So looking a little bit then into Jermaine Hilton, just to see if, just in case he is the guy that we are getting. He was at Solihull Moors just a few years ago. He's 28 years old, so he's got a lot of experience. He's played at Swindon. He's played at Motherwell, Ross County. He's played at Newport County the last couple of seasons. So, he fits the criteria of an experienced striker. Whether it's the level of quality that we want is another story. I don't feel like he is the level of quality that we want, but if you're looking for an experienced striker, he definitely ticks the boxes. So, maybe Jermaine Hilton is the one that we're getting. I don't know. It all falls down to who the club want, really. It all falls down to that, to be perfectly honest, and who the club want. Steve, are we signing anyone? Well, according to lower tiers, we are signing 3 players this week. 1 day down, pretty much. Now, they have asked some questions in the comments about this. Are the loans by any chance or some permanent? The reply was could be either. So it could be permanent. All loans we're expecting this week. The source, they can't say, but it's someone ITK in the know. For those of you who don't know what that stands for, it stands for in the know. John Marquise, hopefully one of them, fingers crossed. Tom, Dick, and Harry. So Rovers fans having a bit of fun there. Paul Taylor, Aaron Sinclair, and Rickish Bingham. But yeah, the talk that Portsmouth managers said that an exit of an unknown player is on the cards. That is interesting. I mean, like I said, I think it's more likely to be Downing than Marquise out the two. If it is Marquise, then fair play. They've pulled off a good one there. And if we have provided some extra funds to sign Marquise, then I'll credit the board hugely for that, because it's a signing that we all want as Rovers fans to see happen, even if it's on a loan deal to the end of the season, with the option to sign a pre-contractual agreement starting from next season. We'd all love that. So, whether Marquise has decided to go for a few less wages, then fair enough. Talked for some stream ago that Charlton was interested in Anderson. They pulled out of it, no longer interested. So Anderson, that you heard it there first, even if it wasn't true to your beliefs, even if people didn't believe it, you heard it here first. The Tom Anderson to Charlton is not happening. The interest is gone. But yeah, thought I'd start off with that story, to be honest, about the 3 signings this week, because it's an interesting one for me. I feel like we need signings. We absolutely need signings, 100%, and it's going to take a miracle to bring them in. I am going to watch the Man U Aston Villa game while we're talking about this. Herb Marquise was in the stand yesterday. Someone else said that as well. Someone else said that on social media as well. So I don't know. I'm not going to believe it until there's official proof, or someone that I completely trust, or not someone that I completely trust, but someone who I know I can trust says it, rather than someone that I've not really seen before or talked to before say it. Then I'm going to believe it a lot more, because not many people have said it. I'm not really believing it, but if you get where I'm coming from. Who you got next game? We played very well against Norwich, so we will batter Crew for you. Thank you very much. We've got, you mean Ipswich? We've got Ipswich. We've got Wigan. That's it, Wigan this Saturday. And then we've got the rescheduled Cambridge game next Tuesday before the following weekend. And in fact, let me bring that up. So we've got Wigan, then we've got the rescheduled Cambridge game, then we're away at MK Dons, then we're hosting Plymouth, but that's likely to be cancelled on the 29th due to them progressing in the FA Cup to the 4th round to face Chelsea. So that's more than likely going to get rescheduled somewhere else as well. So yeah, it's Wigan, then Cambridge, then MK Dons for the rest of this month, knowing that Plymouth will probably get rescheduled to a later month. Right. Who are we thinking of the possible 3 then? Marquise was teased, but I'm not convinced personally. I did have a little transfer shortlist. Now, I don't really feel like any of them could be one of the ones that I've got here. I really don't think it's the case. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'll just quickly check this, and then I'll get Man U game on my phone with no sound, obviously, because I can't play commentary. Commentary, not Coventry. Commentary. But there we go. I have Paul Downing on there, Martin Craney, Angus MacDonald, Carl John on loan from Everton at right back, Dominic Gape in the centre defensive midfield from Wickham, Akpan, Clayton, McLeod, Dion McGee, Lewis Bate on loan from Leeds, Gareth McCleary from Wickham, Aidan O'Brien, Brighton Obercarbre, the free agents, John Akinde from Gillingham, Agar from Plymouth, and Miller from Rotherham. So for me, out of those, I think Downing's good. If one of the Portsmouth players is one of the 3 coming, I think it'll be Downing rather than Marquise because of the wages. But I really hope it's Marquise over Downing, because I would put nothing against Downing at all, because I think Downing would still be a good signing for the centre back position. But I just feel like when John comes back, and when Anderson comes back, and when Williams is 100%, and when Alowu is still playing week in, week out, I still feel like, and Joe Wright we needed to have signed Joe Wright. So I feel like with him as well, if we signed him up, we'd have a lot of centre backs competing for a place in the starting lineup. But there we go. But in terms of actual positions that we need, I would rather go with, Marquise. I'd rather it be him. Right, so I'm sticking the Man U game on while we do this stream. We are going to stream probably for the full 90 minutes, just to bring you some goal updates while we're watching this game. But there we go. Make sure Marquise in hospitality. Very interesting. We'll see what happens. It's true. But there we go. Let's bring Aidan on. Aidan, 3 signings possible this week. How are you feeling about
that? I feel a bit positive, but like we got told last week we'd sign players last week. But if it's this week, it's this week. But I'm looking forward to it. But I'm just not sure who the players are going to be, really.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a guessing game with this one. I mean, do you think it's going to be Marquise or Downing? Do you think one of those Portsmouth players could be coming?
I'm hoping it is, but with what's happened in the past, I feel like it's just going to be like lower league team. I think like lower league players. But if Marquise and Downing does come, I think it'll really help us.
Yeah, 100%. I think that could be a really big help towards the squad. And I feel like, it could be a nice help to building the side. In terms of the other ones then, if it is just one of them, who do you think could else come in?
I don't know, because I've heard apparently Downing's on just a bit more than Marquis, apparently. Or I don't know if that's true.
A bit more?
Yeah, apparently. I've heard something like that.
Interesting. So Marquise could be a more realistic possibility on wages then. Oh, hey, it's a good run there. Yeah, so Marquise could be a more realistic option then.
Well, the rumours about Alfie May buying a house in Doncaster, but I think that was possibly fake.
What? Who?
About Alfie May buying a house in Doncaster or something.
Alfie May and who?
The Alfie May apparently bought a house in Donny.
Oh, that was ages ago. That was probably fake anyway, because I know he was loving where he was at the moment.
But I think his transfer window is pretty much a make or break for us, really.
Yeah, 100%. Aidan, thank you very much for coming on, mate.
Cheers.
I hope we see you at the Eco Power this weekend against Wigan.
Yep.
In a bit. Let's bring Charlie on at this point. Charlie, we're watching Man U v Aston Villa at the moment during the stream, but 3 signings possibly this week according to the lower tiers, according to a source that's in the know. Marquise or Downing possibly rumoured, with Danny Cowley saying that an exit and an unnamed player is on the cards. Do you think it's one of those Portsmouth players, or do you think all 3 will just be from other clubs?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I got a feeling I wouldn't be getting too excited because I would have thought Marquise would be going to a team that's doing a lot better, but it all depends. I got a feeling you'll be at someone like a Jermaine Hilton who's just got released from Newport.
Yeah,
really. Maybe Marquise, but I'm not really too sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love it if it was Marquise, but I'm not gonna. After the last transfer window, I'm not giving my hopes up just yet. I'm gonna keep my feet on the ground. Good cross, good save. I'm gonna keep feet on the ground with this window, because I really don't want to get my hopes up and then get crushed again in this window with signings that are poor. Looking ahead, then, if one of them is Marquise or Downing, looking at the other 2, then, I mean, if Jermaine Hilton is one of them, who else could you see come in? Because the answer to if someone asked about loans or permanence, they said it could be either. So we're not ruling loanees out at this point. So, who's possibly got a chance of coming in?
I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? It all depends
Oh,
really.
good save.
It could be anyone. Like you just don't know. Like it depends on the source and whatever. But it literally could be because even with us, right? We announced. I don't know if you've seen it. It was crazy. We announced like as soon as our lineup come out on the weekend against Peterborough that we signed someone and he went straight into the team. Some loanee from Cardiff. He was a centre back. So it could literally be anyone. Like you don't even have to be linked with them and they could join you. So
Mm.
it all depends. It could literally be anyone. I would have thought. I'd have thought in your position, probably a couple of strikers you need to get in. Obviously, if Marquis is one, then maybe depends on who else. But it literally could be anything. Loan, permanent. Who knows? You'll have to just wait and see.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I mean, like I say, it could be anyone at this point. It could literally, because I remember last season when we were going to face Lincoln, and then it was like a few hours beforehand we announced Scott Robertson on loan from Celtic till the end of the season, and he was a decent looking talent. So it could literally be anyone at this point.
Yeah, it should be very interesting. Yeah, Man United just scored, didn't they? McTominay, lol.
Have they?
Yeah, but
Oh no,
yeah.
I'm behind. Don't spoil it.
All right. I thought you was in front of me.
What minute are you on?
8:14.
Oh God, I'm 7 minutes.
Jesus.
Christ.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens either way. Because I'd have thought, I don't know, maybe it's going to be a keeper as well if Dolber is going back.
Yeah, that was definitely hinted that it was definitely said to me that was going to be a farewell appearance from Dahlberg Anchika. Ball in here, ball in, and it away.
Yeah.
Come on. I don't know who to cheer for in this match, by the way. I kind of want Villa to win because I just want to see someone else go in. McTominay header 1-0. There we are.
There you are, like a minute or so late.
Yeah,
but nice. It's gonna be interesting. Like if I was a Donny fan, I'd probably want. Obviously, I haven't really seen any of your games, but I'd probably say a goalkeeper, centre back, and a striker would be the main priority. Looking at your season so far, you haven't scored enough goals. Your defense has been poor. Midfield, I think, is another option, but I doubt you'll be getting 4 signings this January.
That's the thing, though. We need at least 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But if we only get 2 or 3, people won't be happy with that.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You and the other Donny fans will know what you want, and you'll need a lot more than, like you said, more than 3. So, but it all depends. Anything could happen, depending on players going out or whatever. But like you said, you need players in. You don't really need to lose anyone else. You need players in. So, yeah, it all depends.
Yeah, 100%. Charlie, thank you very much. I'm going to let you go back to watching the Aston Villa game.
Yeah, Sal, mate, take it steady.
Brilliant. So yeah, 1-0 Man United. Scott McTominay with the header. I know I'm like a minute behind, so please don't spoil in the comment section. I will offer you guys some commentary this Aston Villa game. We are going to go through some more transfer stories at half time. So don't worry, this is not just a transfer stream. It is also a commentary watch along of the of the Aston Villa game. Corner from Villa, swung in, and it's headed wide. In fact, could I actually try and put this on the I'll try and put the game on the iPlayer and see if I can watch it with sound off on here, see if it's quicker on here. Ignore the sound at the start.
This time it will be Douglas.
There we are. It's not that quicker. It's still and wide. Yeah, it's still what you call it? Still a minute or so in front. It's either true or possibly 10. I don't think the stream was lagging. I think it was just catching up. I think that's what the word is, catching up. Also, if you've seen my what do you call it? If you've seen my tweet, I'm going to be at the Pleasure Beach on opening weekend on February 12th. So I'll be watching the Portsmouth game. Obviously not at Portsmouth at Fratton Pub. I'll be watching the game from Blackpool, and I'll be filming my review in Blackpool, which is fun. So that should be good after a day on the park. So yeah, very exciting there. It's gone out of play there from. Is that? It comes off the man, and it's going to be a United corner. United corner. They're going to swing it. No, they're going to play it short. Play it inside. Oh, good ball. I might watch the rest of the FA Cup game actually on Instagram. I might do an Instagram live and watch it on there and interact with people on Instagram. So let's go through the other transfer updates then, just while I'm watching this, before I hop on over to Instagram for the rest of it. So let's go through a couple of League One transfer stories. See if I can get your thoughts on it. So, obviously, the big one away from the transfer is obviously Steve Evans leaving Gillingham. That was a big one for Gillingham fans. You know who that ball's down to. Oh, Villa almost in. Yeah, so Gillingham manager Steve Evans departs with immediate effect. His contract is terminated by mutual consent. So that is an interesting one. I think that's an interesting move for me. To be honest, I think Steve Evans, it wasn't his great third season at Gillingham that we all wanted, but overall, I would say that Steve Evans at Gillingham, I think his first couple of seasons were okay. I think they were decent seasons, but the third season's just not improved for me. So I think that Steve Evans departing is probably a good thing at this point. Allows Gillingham to regroup and try and stay up for the rest of this season, and then take it up from and then whether they're in League One or League Two next season, take it up from there and bounce back. I think Gillingham will be one of the favourites to get promoted next season if they do go down. I'll say that with a fact. Swansea City are closing into signing Andrew Fisher, the goalkeeper from MK Dons, for a fee expected to be in the region of 400 grand. That's a decent sized fee. Oxford United are proposing a new 18,000 capacity stadium. They submitted a proposal to build a new stadium at Stratfield Break in the city. The League One club have played the Sound Stadium since 2001, but do not own the ground. Their lease is due to expire in 2026. The proposal is supposed to be discussed on the 18th of January at Oxfordshire County Council. And the Stratfield Break site near Kidlington is home to a number of community sports teams, including Kidlington Cricket Club, the Gosford All Blacks rugby team, and youth football sides. So there's a decent land for stadium there. The Indonesian businessman Anidya Bakri has spoken about putting financial and environmental sustainability at the core of Oxford United's future aims, particularly when it comes to securing the club's long-term home. So that's a big one there. So going back to Gillingham then, Steve Lavelle will return to the club on a short-term basis and temporary manager. And Port Vale has signed Chris Hussey from Cheltenham on an undisclosed fee, I believe to be a 3-year deal. So obviously a big one there. We do have a couple of stories from League Two. We do have a couple stories from League Two, and they are some interesting ones. First of all, Exeter City are set to loan in Barrow's. Barrow's set to let Zenzala go on loan to Exeter until the end of the season, scoring 5 goals in 27 appearances since signing a 2-year deal in the summer after leaving Carlisle. Now they've looked to bolster the attacking options at Exeter after Nombe's suffering of a hamstring injury last month. And finally, from League Two, we have a double deal at Hartlepool. Rotherham's Jake Hull and Southport striker Marcus Carver all arriving on loan to the end of the season, as Southport striker Marcus Carver coming back to the Football League on a permanent deal for an undisclosed fee. So obviously 2 signings there for Hartlepool. Exeter bringing in the Barrow forward on loan to the end of the season. What is everyone's thoughts on that? Comment down below. But I'll see you guys for the next video soon. Take care, everyone. I've been Forever Football DRFC, Rovers till I die, and I'll see you guys next time.